Imagine a team about to do something completely out of the ordinary, a decision that could change the course of the season before the first snap, a risky choice, questioned by many, but one that hides a bold strategy behind the scenes. What if I told you this move could completely transform the future of the franchise? Get ready, because what's happening behind the scenes with this team goes far beyond what you imagine. And yes, it's set to explode in the coming weeks. But before I tell you everything, hit the like button and write in the comments, "Go Browns!" Now, for quarterbacks, that's not just a headline, it's a full-blown roster revolution. Browns fans, buckle up. The Cleveland Browns could be heading into week 1 of the NFL season with all 4 of their quarterbacks on the final 53-man roster. No, you didn't miss here. Not 3, not the classic duo. 4, and this isn't some training camp fluke. This is coming straight from the mouth of Adam Schefter, and it's shaking the Dawg Pound. Kevin Stefanski, normally a measured voice in the storm, added more fuel to the fire during his latest media appearance. He made it clear, nothing is off the table. The only thing that's not realistic, he said, is keeping 90. That means yes, all 4 QBs, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders, are still in the running and could very well be Cleveland Browns come week 1. Think about the ripple effects. Holding onto 4 quarterbacks isn't just a football oddity, it's a serious commitment that burns roster spots. Guys like Julian Okwara, who's making noise on defense, and wide receiver Gage Larland, who's been impressing in preseason, could end up cut because of this gamble. That's the kind of decision that echoes through the season, especially when injuries start stacking and depth becomes gold. Let's break it down. Joe Flacco, the seasoned veteran, has been named the starter by Stefanski. But this wasn't a legacy nod or injury bailout. According to the coach, Flacco earned the role through strong performances in joint practices and training camp. That's your QB1. Then there's Pickett, returning to 11 on 11 drills for the first time in over a month, now looking ready to compete again. Meanwhile, Gabriel, Cleveland's third-round draft pick, still sits as QB3 on the depth chart. But it's Shedeur Sanders who's the wild card. Despite an oblique injury keeping him from Tuesday's practice, he's throwing, he's moving, and optimism is building that he'll play against the Rams. He's still listed 4th, but for how long? This isn't just a crowded room. It's a quarterback saga that could define the Browns season. Do you trade one? Cut one? Keep them all? The options are open, but time is closing in fast. Those roles are not given out. They're earned, Stefanski reiterated. That mindset fuels a ruthless competition, but how long can it last? The implications of keeping all 4 are massive. Every one of those quarterbacks comes with baggage and promise. Kenny Pickett? Acquired via trade. Gabriel? A valuable third-round selection. Cutting or trading them could mean losing developmental capital. But if you don't, you're clogging up your roster with a positional surplus. It's a strategic conundrum. And let's be honest, from a fan's perspective, Shedeur Sanders has the potential to be box office. He's got the highest ceiling in the room. If you're thinking long-term, he's the guy you groom. But grooming doesn't happen when 4 quarterbacks are jockeying for practice reps, game-time chances, and leadership influence. This has to settle. And it will, just not yet. Switching gears to a major off-field development, Isaiah Bond has officially joined the Cleveland Browns and addressed the media for the first time. Bond, who went undrafted due to unresolved legal concerns, has maintained his innocence from day one, and he did not waver in his introductory press conference. "Since day one I have proclaimed my innocence and I stand here today in that same way," Bond declared. He's excited, focused, motivated, and more importantly, he's cleared to play. Bond spoke about the possibility of suiting up against the Rams, and while he didn't confirm it outright, the goal is clearly there. Cleveland's front office, led by Andrew Berry, showed full confidence in Bond, even going so far as to administer and review a polygraph test before signing him. That's how much they believe in this kid's character and his talent. Don't make the mistake of labeling him as just a speedster either. Bond might have run a 4.2 40-yard dash, blazing, sure, but he's more than straight-line flash. He's a sharp route runner, a cerebral receiver, and someone who idolizes Jerry Jeudy, Cleveland's WR1. Their shared Alabama roots could spark real on-field chemistry. And if Bond lives up to his pre-draft projection, he was considered a day 1 or 2 talent before legal complications emerged. This could be one of the steals of the offseason. Now let's talk expectations. A CBS analyst recently dropped a bold prediction. Cleveland could win 9 or even 10 games this season. It's not just clickbait, it's plausible. When you line up the schedule, there are real opportunities. Divisional games? The Browns could split or even sweep the Steelers. The Ravens? They're elite, but beatable. The Bengals? Always a battle, but winnable. Outside the division? Jets, Patriots, Bears, Titans, Dolphins, Raiders. All fair game. London matchup versus the Vikings? Circle it. That could be the swing game. It's no exaggeration. There are 9 wins sitting there if this team clicks early. But there's one more twist. As this news was going live, a troubling update surfaced. Denzel Ward, one of the league's elite cornerbacks, suffered a right shoulder injury during a one-on-one drill. He went inside in visible pain. No team update yet. A potential blow. A major one. The defense leans heavily on Ward's ability to lock down top receivers. If he's out for an extended period, that 9-win dream could fade fast. Before we dive into what this could mean long-term, I want to hear from you. Should the Browns really keep all 4 quarterbacks going into Week 1? Is Shedeur Sanders the future? Will Isaiah Bond become the next breakout star? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, Y for yes, N for no, and tell me which move excites you the most. And that shoulder injury to Denzel Ward? It could be the kind of storyline that transforms optimism into urgency. There's no official update from the team yet, but any prolonged absence from a cornerstone of the secondary like Ward shifts the balance, especially in an AFC stacked with elite quarterback talent. It's not just about XS and OS, it's about leadership, tone setting, and the confidence of an entire unit. The Browns will need others to step up fast if Ward misses time. Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson, even rookies or camp standouts might be thrust into the spotlight earlier than expected. And speaking of veterans defying time, let's finish on Joe Flacco. This man debuted in 2008. Yes, you read that right, 2008. And now, in 2025, he's set to open the season once again against the Bengals. The same opponent he faced in his first ever NFL start. Back then, he was wearing purple and black. This time, he'll wear brown and orange. That kind of symmetry doesn't just happen. It's the kind of full circle moment that feels like football fate. And the week after that? A trip back to Baltimore to face the team that launched his career. Emotions will run high. The narratives write themselves. So Browns fans, we're standing on the edge of a very different kind of season. There's excitement. There's risk. There's potential. And more than anything, there's uncertainty. Will this bold quarterback strategy pay off? Can Isaiah Bond become more than just a story of redemption and speed? Will Flacco's final act be a playoff run in brown and orange? Tell me in the comments, do you believe? Do you see this team getting to 9 wins? 10? Or is this QB carousel about to spiral into chaos? Let me know, and if you made it this far, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join us for all the latest Browns news. This season's going to be one to remember. Go Browns!